The Scorpion King video is goated. I mean, it's got 12 million views. You know what? Let's fucking watch a video. How about that, huh, chat? This video has 12 million views. It's a good way in. It's Corridor Crew. Let's fucking watch a video, you know, for the first time in our life.
There's one shot that holds the crown for the worst visual effects shot of all time. It's The Rock from The Mummy Returns. Whew, maybe.
God damn, it's bad.
This movie is another honest attempt at recreating the charm that Indiana Jones had.
It is funny because when you're a kid, chat, you don't realize why certain like genres of movies are coming out, and you don't think that The Mummy was like an Indiana Jones clone. To you, The Mummy was like just a really cool movie with Brendan Fraser. But it is the result of executives sitting there like chain smoking, thinking, how can we do it? How can we steal all those viewers? We gotta do something around here.
It's okay so far.
Pretty good so far.
Looks good, animation's great.
They're using that Jurassic Park kind of limited lighting in there. And,
Ooh.
Ah, ooh. Gets a little bad right there. It's kind of weird that the Scorpion King has scorpion pinchers on like his, let's just call it his groin, but also his hands are scorpion pinchers. He's more of like 66% scorpion and 33% man than like a 50-50.
The scorpion's body itself blends really well with the scene, and like the cues with all the flames going off and that affects the lighting on the scorpion, that all looks really good. And then they have this close-up shot of The Rock's face, and I think there's a great discovery that happened right then where everybody realized the human face is way more difficult than just having CG stuff in the scene.
No, he looks like he has a plastic face.
Happy Rock. Angry Rock.
That's such a funny clip.
His face is frowning right here. Happy Rock. Angry Rock.
And that's the thing is, when we look at The Rock's face, it's just kind of, it's all like, yeah, super smooth. Like,
it looks to me at the exact same level of animation quality as like Red Dead Redemption 1. You know, like they rigged all the faces to move in the same way so they could just say happy, sad, and then they put a mesh over it, whatever the face is. I bet if you were like a computer graphics artist working on the Scorpion King, and you had to hear these people talk about how bad your job was every day for years, and you are the only person in the world who knows that the producers gave you like a 45-minute lunch break to do it, it would be so disheartening. Right? We don't know what was going on. Maybe he didn't have the time resources or the money resources or the technology resources. And now everyone just makes fun of fucking Johnny the Animator. You know, for example, chat, I watched the season finale and hopefully series finale of Westworld last night. And all I can think about is, man, this show is dog shit now. But then when I say that to myself, I think that kind of sucks because there's like writers who worked really hard and actors who worked really hard and people who did all these other jobs and PAs and fucking boom mic holders. And I'm just sitting here going, this show sucks. I hate it. It's tough.
That is the main offender. It's just The Rock's mug right there. His PS2 cinematic just snarling at you. I got a plan to fix that. 1, 2, 3, Scorpion. 1, 2, 3, Scorpion.
A little bit of a lazy scorpion. I love it.
the original shot is like butter smooth, yet it's this big lumbering creature bonking stuff. So I felt like it could use a little bit of camera shake, you know? On the face here, we see this white fire down in the corner here, and we look at his skin up in this area. People's skin aren't that matted, extracting everything until it's just like the near whites of the scene. I'm isolating that. I'm just bringing those tones out a little bit more.
It's funny because I have no idea what he's saying or doing, and I'm just nodding my head.
You guys saw our Tom Cruise deepfake. I should be able to do the same technique. I'm gonna take a real Dwayne Johnson. I'm gonna put him on a CG Scorpion.
I'm sorry. I have not. I don't know the lore. What's happening here?
Model. That's way too much work.
He made a CG Tom Cruise.
So here's my point. You guys saw our Tom Cruise deepfake. I should be able to do this.
It's a deepfake. Okay, got it.
Same technique. Now, The Rock right now does not look like The Rock from The Mummy Returns. That's 2001 Rock. But you know what? I got a good idea. The Scorpion King movie exists, and that's just The Rock as a Scorpion King for the entire movie. I spent like 2 hours scrubbing through the movie, and I extracted every single time it was The Rock's face.
Seems like a great idea.
Theoretically, I think this is gonna work really well.
Would you guys like to see the deepfake?
This is actually a thing that I've been thinking about a lot too, which is what if we start to use real faces on CG characters, or even better yet, what if we train the deepfake algorithm to learn a CG face and then put it on a real person? What is that gonna look like? There's some really twisted stuff you can do. I think this is the first step in discovery.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking about,
Chad,
the
the
twisted stuff.
Okay, reveal.
I'm nervous.
Here it comes.
I'm nervous too.
I love your teammate saying there's no way it's gonna work.
That looks pretty good.
I mean, yeah, it's way better.
Wow.
I think
the face still
shininess
has some
paid
fucked up
off a lot.
things.
Like, this looks great.
That.
Oh, that's old. Yuck.
Let's not discount Peter's flair over the arm here, over the
subtle,
claw.
but
It's one
Very
of those things that's
subtle,
so
chat.
natural,
A very
like, and normal looking that once
zesty
it's in there,
version
you
on the
just don't
right.
notice.
That was a cool video. This one is a good react they do with an actual Hollywood visual effects artist who worked on Avatar. We're diving.
Global head of animation over at that studio. He's worked on some incredible films, Avatar, King Kong. I mean, I could go on. We won't. We'll look at the clips together and talk about it. It's gonna be awesome. Robin, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
You're at DNAG. Were you anywhere before that?
Before DNAG, I was at WETA for a good period, about 7 years, and I did a little stint at ILM, doing a bit of Star Wars.
Industrial Light and
and
Magic
French
is the
yeah.
just
the
did a little bit of
the
Star Wars.
Spielberg one, right?
Well, let's go ahead and jump into some of these clips here and take a look.
Sorry, Lucas. Sorry,
So
Lucas, not
you
Spielberg.
got your start at WETA Digital working on this little indie film called The Return of the King. Obviously, the Lord of the Rings series is very special to me. I'm a very big fan, but you know, it also has a lot of landmarks in terms of visual effects, primarily in Gollum.
It is crazy how good Gollum looked for when those movies came
Gollum
out
for
and
me
like
is
their
still
contemporary, their
one of those
peers at the time.
landmark anymore. Everyone knows it's not real, but it made an evolution to be a legitimate actor.
Yeah, he does
so working
definitely
on it
still
was,
kind of
it
hold
was
up.
just amazing. I mean, I was just a big fan of
And when you compare it to the actual times, it's insane.
And so when you say like you did that shot, you're given like this plate and then this rig, and your job is to literally animate all those little tiny dials and knobs
Damn,
that
look at all those
translate to
squares.
moving those muscles on his face.
Yeah.
So are you responsible for the facial animation, the eyes, the neck and shoulders and arms as well?
Yeah, everything in the shot.
Wow, okay. I guess in my head, I just kind of figured there'd probably be like 2 or 3 artists working on a single shot, but you did it all, is what you're saying. This incredible performance from Andy Serkis, and people think that, oh yeah, it's just motion capture. They just extracted that and stuck it on a model. Good to go. I feel like
it's actually so true. I feel like we should watch that twice. Andy Serkis gave the performance of a fucking lifetime. Just look at him giving it his all with this rig on his head.
Think that, oh yeah, it's just motion capture. They just extracted that and stuck it on a model. Good to go. I feel like the reality is that, no, there's an actual layer of interpretation from animators and artists that have to actually make that work.
Yeah, look at the lips. The lips are a bag of flesh. You can tighten them.
I hate zooming in on human
look
beings.
At the lips.
I don't know. There's something about it. I don't like the hair. I don't like the pores. I don't like the wrinkles. I want to see myself face-tuned only.
When they push together, they kind of crush in, and they can sometimes stick. You have lip sticky, which is another tool. You can put sticky on the side when you open. I know it sounds gross, but yeah. So when you open your lips, they kind of like, they sometimes peel. They peel, and if you look at it, there we are. There we go.
He added some lip peel.
Like what a subtle thing that you can't just like pull from mocap.
You can't sometimes get it in capture because
what
the
a
motion
tiny
is different
detail
when you tip those
for a
kind of
like
things and flesh. It's
millisecond
really
of one
tricky.
shot of one character of one part
that's
of a
why it
trilogy.
works.
One thing they've said so many times in these videos is that those little details are the difference between lifelike and looking fake, for sure.
I remember James Cameron saying that his inspiration for pursuing
Damn,
Avatar.
does James Cameron look like Larry Bird?
I remember James Cameron.
That's James Cameron? Tell me that dude didn't fucking suit up for the Boston Celtics. Wow. Wow, that's him. Because you see his name on movies. How the fuck would I ever see him? He's he doesn't. He's not in front of the camera guy.
Up on the big.
Chat. Here's the deal. Most people don't know what Cance looks like, right? And he makes all of the YouTube videos. But you know the front of the camera man.
That's right.
So I was very lucky to work a lot.
Damn, Avatar. I know that we're gonna say the same thing so many times, but also was fantastic for the time in terms of CGI.
The shot coming up where he jumps off the cliff. That's why I animated that one.
Oh, cool.
I didn't know how to be threatening. I was like, he's got massive claws and a biting mouth. So I'm like, does he claw them? Or does he miss with the bite? So I actually...
Oh, what an interesting dilemma. You're like...
So when you actually see the shot, you'll notice I do both.
Oh.
Because I just didn't... I was like, I have to up the ante, so he kind of snaps.
It is actually very ferocious to see this beast coming at you with mouth open and claws wide. It's like a tiger strike.
There's so many like new things from like a CG pipeline that I saw in this movie too, from like materials that were emitting light, and then of course the fact that it's all shot with like a virtual production style, so you have a lot of handheld camera work.
Wasn't this movie the birth of virtual production? Like I'd never really seen that sort of thing before this. Like I know Robert.
What is virtual production? What does that mean? All
Working with him,
mocap?
like, this was a leap.
Real
This was
cams,
definitely
real
a
actors,
leap
but
of
all
production
CG
there.
afterwards.
Just
Got
the
it.
quantity.
You worked on this movie after working on King Kong, because King Kong came before this.
God,
What were
King
some of
Kong's
the
so
things
sick.
you
Ooh, a one-handed, two-legged climb.
Yeah.
A little twist on the classic.
So I have a little pause at one moment, and you see a little elbow shake. He's trying to get this arm up.
Oh man, it's like, do the pores stretch?
This guy's the master of the
elbow
small
shake.
details.
Yeah, right. So it's just small bits and pieces, just to try and add a little bit of substance of what Kong's going
It's
through.
funny to me
It's a
how
joy
good
for an
King Kong
animator
looks
to
in this shot and
try
how
add
bad, what's her name, the actress
a little
looks.
bit of substance.
It just doesn't feel like what a woman in the hand of an ape would be doing, feeling, or moving.
The hardest thing we had, Naomi Watts is on a card. We didn't have a digital double of her.
So for those who don't know, a card is basically just a two-dimensional element. Imagine a picture literally on a card. In this case, it'd be the photography of the actress. And if the card twists, well, it's a card, and you know, it doesn't work.
So it does look like she's on the card. It's hard to animate because the fact is she's filmed on a stage quite still.
Yeah, and you have to imply that motion and
I'm doing
swaying.
motion of sway, and then I'm on a card, so I can't twist it that way or this way.
Interesting. He's
Hard
kind of
to tip it
talking
that way,
about
and
what
her
I
hair's
felt
not
the
doing
problem
too
to
much.
be.
Yeah,
that she
that's a
looks
great
bad.
way to.
Before you were an animator, is there a film that sticks out to you, something you saw, something that inspired you to start thinking about animation?
Yeah, seeing things like Clash of the Titans, Harryhausen, and Jason the Argonauts and skeletons and all that kind of
Damn.
mythical fantasy. This is one of my favorite sequences.
skeletons
It's
actually look
so
kinda goated.
scary. This is all stop motion.
Interesting. He just fucking yeeted that
There's no
dude.
motion blur as well on the guys because they didn't know how to do motion blur. But then afterwards they had a tool which added motion blur.
Yeah, I think they called it Go Motion.
That's it, go motion.
yeah. An animation.
It is
where it's
interesting
like
the
you
human
have
has
to make
motion
sure
blur
that
on
your
swings
poses are
and the
correct every
skeletons
single
don't.
frame. So Pirates of the Caribbean: Dead Man's Chest had this. Probably, in my opinion, one of the most incredible characters of all time, Davy Jones. And it was one of the first effect shots we looked at
Davy
on
Jones
this
has
entire
exactly
show.
that Gollum effect we talked about earlier, where you don't even think about the CGI. You just go, oh, that's Gollum. That's Davy Jones. He's just Davy Jones.
He blows it out with his stick.
Oh, yeah, he blows the smoke out of his little
I didn't
blowhole.
even realize that. Oh my god.
Was it in the very first episode?
It might have been, because I remember Ren was like, they actually
Yeah, you just
kept the
completely
eyes from
accepted
the
it.
original actor. And
I
then
didn't
Ren,
say it like that.
Now his eyes are real.
Yeah.
They're faking it a little bit by actually using the real eyes.
Ren got an email from one of the people who worked on it. He's like, actually, that's 100% CG.
They had to be rendered, and it was very good.
It was very good.
But look at that, that's such a great shot. And they're having these kind of, he's smoking at the same time and it's coming out the side.
This shot is one of those flex shots. So
Yeah.
check this out.
Long
Shot,
He
holding
swagged
it,
on him.
interact. Davy Jones is, in my opinion, the first CG character I saw that
Sorry.
looked.
Beautiful acting.
Davy Jones is, in my opinion,
What is on his dick?
CG character I saw.
Oh, it's just like a plate?
The nose flesh around the lip and how the lip pushes together as well. That's
The
what
one
nose
thing I
is.
don't like about this guy is he keeps pointing out things that are psychopathic. Did you see how the lips stuck together? The nose flash. It's like, stop saying that, man. Please stop.
What jumps out to you as like the most challenging aspect of doing Davy Jones apart from the tentacles?
How
They obviously
wet.
solved-
It's just so goddamn wet. Wouldn't that make it so hard?
What this character is going to be. The difficult bit would be you've got such a big top lip and you've got
Yeah,
no
sorry,
nose.
the top lip, I mean. Oh, what was I thinking? The top lip. It's the top lip.
So the hardest bit would probably trying to.
I should have
get the
known he was gonna
lines
talk about the
red
lip.
When you've got this big,
Fucking
almost like a
psycho.
moustache, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I was exactly. It kind of just looks like a big mustache.
Yeah,
up
again,
those
it's insane
sort
how
of
well this is
actions.
aged. The
I
same
would
with
say that
Gollum.
Bill would probably have
You
a good
wouldn't
handle
have
of it.
any issues watching Pirates or Lord of the Rings today based on CGI. Whereas if you watch, this is using the worst example they could find, the Scorpion King, you would go, oh.
Hey you, it's Saturday. You're eating breakfast, a bowl of cereal. But you know what? You're the kind of person that eats 2 bowls of cereals, and this episode only covers 1. Well, guess what? We have a solution for that. CorridorDigital.com. We have extended episodes on the site, so when you eat 2 bowls of cereal,
What?
episode
22 minutes to eat a bowl of cereal does not give me enough credit for my cereal eating ability. If you think that bowl of cereal is lasting more than 3.5 minutes at best, you're insane. Should we watch one more corridor just to round it out? VFX artist reacts to Bollywood bad and great. Let's do it. Let's do
We're doing
Bollywood.
Bollywood
Because I've seen some very funny car flipping Bollywood shit. I think it might be fun.
today.
Oh, exactly like that. Oh, I think they're so sick. I saw one where a guy is standing in the street and a car is rolling and the door is open and the car rolls over him. He goes in the car, and when the car rolls over past him, he's in a suit. Like he somehow changed into a suit while inside the car as the car was rolling, and I thought, you can't top this shit. That's so sick.
Nico had a baby.
Yeah, that's right. He had a baby. A beautiful little baby girl. What are we going to do without Nico here?
We'll be fine. We'll just do it ourselves.
We got it.
You got it.
Oh, here it comes. Damn, this is what our YouTube should be like. Let's go full Bollywood, Kance. Oh, is this the one where he launches himself over the wall? I've seen this one. This one's so sick. He's got like a shield or something. Don't let me spoil it. Let's just watch. Yeah, I remember.
There's a clip from this movie that went viral on Reddit. These guys
That's
all
probably
have
where I
these
saw
sweet
it.
shields. They get on this tree and you're like, why are they on this tree? And then it immediately becomes apparent.
Oh, wait, so you get
That's so fucking cool.
That was the coolest thing I've seen. The transition from spinning and to sliding is so sweet.
Oh my God, they're all launching.
Everyone does it too.
That's why
Oh
you
my
don't
God, that's
grow
the last
palm
time they
trees
ever
around
plant
your wall.
trees.
They are doing shit that Marvel couldn't dream of.
Those guys didn't make it.
I didn't see them hit the wall. Oh, fuck, in full motion.
my-
Watch, towards the bottom of the screen, chat.
My God, that's the last time they ever plant trees.
They're dead now.
Basically, when they're midair, that's 100% CG. Once his feet hit the ground, it becomes real. This shot is a really good example of CG transitions. Generally, like impact points
Actually, no
are
CG.
some of the best moments in a shot to transition from something that's fake to something that's real. It's a really common trick to look out for when watching any visual effects shot. If you see someone fly,
Wow, that was obvious.
sharp
Oh, that's their
movement.
video? Ah, why did they do it bad? Why did they not make the
Right
box
here,
look
they
the same?
transition to an element that doesn't have any motion blur.
This is the opposite example, where those are 3 real plates of people on wire work, but when they pull back to show the fall,
Got it.
they
We learned what
CG
plates
don't-
were, Chad. It's that 2D film. They film them on the wire. They edit out the wires, but they can't turn around them.
Oh, look at that guy cheering.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
holding up
weird.
with one hand and pointing at it.
It's like a CG dude.
Yeah, those are
It's like a video game character. Woo! It's like when you're playing FIFA and you look at the audience and every 17th person is the same guy doing the same motion at the same time. Woo! Ooh, I love when they do the car stuff in Bollywood movies.
Oh,
all real.
this is the Indian Terminator, right?
Yeah, and this is Indian Terminator.
I've seen gifs of this.
What?
He's got magnet hand. He's like Magneto.
Oh, Magneto Terminator.
What does he know that we don't?
Obviously, through the power of magnets, he can fly. Oh, but he hit the thing on purpose so that he could slide up on top.
Is this where he... Jean-Claude?
Oh, he's gonna do the legs between the trucks thing?
It's happening.
Oh, that was a CG person there.
Yeah, I mean,
That
that's
person
very
was
obviously a
computer
CG person. There was a Hulk game, sorry, ignore the fact that his head twisted all the way around, where you could like pick up cars and turn them into boxing gloves. You guys remember that? That's what it looked like. Oh. Oh, he stole all their guns.
So let's break down some of the actual technical things going on in this scene.
His head turning around backwards is a motif in this film. Generally, every
He
time
does it a lot. He loves doing it.
they're actually doing a green screen plate of the actual actor turning around.
Right there looks like a green screen plate.
Yeah.
That's a real face we're looking at right now. But then we cut away, and then we cut back to him, and now it looks like a plastic face.
Yeah.
No, his clothes are just on him backwards.
Because visual effects artists spend a lot of time alone, and when you don't have anyone...
I'm sorry. Please don't gloss over that.
Exactly, because visual effects artists spend a lot of time alone, and...
Virgins! That's so funny. Formation mode, sphere.
Oh!
Whoa, okay, hold up. What, okay.
That's awesome. It looks legit.
That's crazy.
Wow.
Thumbs up.
May I come in?
May I come in?
Because the moment they go into the sphere, obviously this is all computer generated.
Super solid job on
No, that's actually actors.
the lighting. Matching
The only thing fake in this shot is the heads turning around.
Several different plates of people getting pulled by wires, and then they combine them all and then transition to
Oh, it is real people with green over their heads.
3D elements.
Excuse me?
There.
all legit. Oh my god.
We thought those were CG. All the faces are practical.
Fake.
It's
and
funny
really
because I was
realistic.
going to say it's a bunch of dudes stacked up in green screen outfits, and then they showed it, and it was a bunch of dudes stacked up with green screen masks.
I love
Those
those.
were so
He
good.
lowered himself? Yeah.
Yeah, hands and then hands back.
Go there.
Oh, fuck! Yo! He just got yeeted. Look at this. Ignore the hands. Oh, fuck me. Wait, that actually looks like it would hurt.
Does that look familiar?
I lost
Yeah,
in Valorant
that's-
and had to
that's
give 5
the same
subs.
sort
Didn't
of
say to who,
hit
though.
from Mission Impossible 3.
But that's actually, I would argue that that was a way better hit.
Nah, dude.
Oh, yeah. Dude, the
Lame.
Bollywood
See,
one's
look
way
how
better.
weak that looks compared to.
No, but they got the gravity right. They got the motion correct of his fall.
The other one looks better, and also the impact is really good.
The impact
Yeah, that one
he
looks way
crunches,
better.
dude.
Dude, it looks like he compressed his spine.
That crunch, oh my god.
Yeah, that's what I'm
ouch.
saying.
Even on a pad or whatever the heck you're hitting, like, God, dude, you just got like an inch shorter from compressing
If he says compressing your spine, I'm joining Corridor Digital tomorrow.
your spine.
Folded into
Permanently.
that. There's a little bit of jank involved. Like,
Oh, his actual.
This guy's a hater. What jank? This is perfect.
What do you think? Which one looks better, Mission Impossible 3 or
If you
Sing
think the Mission Impossible one looks better, I think that you don't know film.
Return?
Bollywood is as cheesy as it can be. I think it's amazing. It makes me laugh every time. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time.
It didn't pop up for me. Do I have to be... I don't really know how YouTube works. Aren't I supposed to be able to click on a video? That was very cool.